In June of 2011, we had 21,243 unserved locations in Vermont. By December of 2011, we'd reduced that number to 16,000 unserved locations. That's real progress. The awards that we're announcing now are $1.35 million to VTEL to expand its wireless open world project, where they're making great progress with, reaching 306 locations in 19 communities. A $330,200 grant to FairPoint to serve 44 locations in Reigate, Bradford, and the Rochester area. We're funding Comcast Topsham to reach 194 locations in 5 of their communities, and $800,000 to a fiber connection in Orange County that's going to provide access to multiple providers to meet last mile connection needs in those communities. This is real progress. As you know, we cannot grow jobs. We cannot grow economic opportunities unless we close the connectivity gap that Vermont currently has. This is a top priority to create jobs and economic opportunities for Vermonters. I'm incredibly proud of the progress being made. I want to thank the partners who are with us here today for their dogged commitment to ensuring that we get this job done.
To give you an idea, the governor mentioned some of the total dollars committed. We're looking at roughly $4,200 per location is what it's going to cost us. And the VTA pool that we're working from is from the $10 million appropriation that was made by the legislature last year. There are essentially 2 kinds of unserved locations. The governor mentioned a total of 16,000. The vast majority of those are locations that will be served by a project that was already in process. Most of those are federally funded projects, for example, the Wireless Open World project. We had defined and identified another 2,936 locations that needed a project. And today, with these announcements of grants, essentially we're knocking off 2,850, which means we've still got a small number to go in terms of putting things into the pipeline. But we're working very hard with our providers to identify projects that make sense to make sure we're making the right kind of investments.
I talk to businesses all the time who say, you know, Governor, as a result of the work that this partnership is doing, it allows us to grow jobs and economic opportunities. Good example is GW Plastics down in Bethel, where they literally are sitting there with customers that are almost all outside of Vermont. They're a growing employer, and they simply can't communicate from their facility in the ways that their customers expect them to. So there are a lot of examples where employers say to me, Governor, the result of this work is allowing us to not only be secure in our location, but grow jobs and economic opportunities for the future. There is no doubt when you talk anecdotally with realtors and others that when folks come up from downcountry, New York, Boston, and they're looking at buying the farm or the home at the end of the last dirt mile, that the lack of telecom, the lack of connectivity is hampering their ability to work from home. And we're in an era where Vermont, I believe, has huge economic prospects as we connect and allow folks who are currently not doing business here to move their operations here or move some part of the operation here. So, you know, I'm optimistic that this is going to help existing companies grow, and it's going to bring new economic opportunities for jobs in Vermont going forward.